Friends, I know y'all want one of my clocks. Friends, I'm sorry, it's noisy. It's real noisy tonight. We're in the Grizzly shop, friends. I'm in the Grizzly shop, friends. This is where all the magic happens. Friends, we got our work party gear all over here, friends. It ain't nothing fancy, everybody. Ain't nothing fancy. This is just what we got to work with. Friends, there's my 240 Bravo when I was on the first tour in Afghanistan, friends. Ain't that cool? I carried that thing up a mountain, many mountains. Friends, I'm sorry about the noise. I got the air compressor going, but it's making signs with the laser engraver. I got some awards, friends. I know it's loud. It's loud. Friends, I used to ride in motorcycle clubs, like I told you, and I was a part of the Desert Knights, friends. The Desert Knights. And I'm making some nice awards for my old brothers. Friends, I'm sorry, the air. I got the air compressor over here. I got the little air compressor. Now, friends, they got their nationals coming up. And I make the nice awards, friends. Nice awards for my old brothers. Friends, I didn't have the time anymore. I missed the motorcycle, friends. But I traded in my motorcycle for the nice John Deere. But check it out, everybody. We've got the awards. I can't show you, friends, because they haven't been presented yet. It's patch of the year. A patch, friends. This is the patch. Then they got the President's Award. And I got the man. He's right here, friends. I just can't show you because they don't know who it is. It's always a surprise. And look, everybody, I'm putting together some clocks. Some nice clocks. Friends, I told you Lowe's has donated 500 flags, everybody. We're going to go out and get the flags put on the veterans, the headstones. And friends, those flags they're about $3-4 a piece, you know, for retail. So I'm trying to create a partnership with the Lowe's. So when I go pick up the flags tomorrow, I'm going to get, friends, I'm sorry, I know it's loud. Friends, I'm going to give this to the manager in charge when I pick up all the flags. I got to go to 4 different locations tomorrow. I got some cards. I got some Grizzly stickers, because friends, it's a partnership. We're partners now. And check it out, everybody. I made each Lowe's is going to get one of my nice signs, everyone. Friends, I know you want one. I know you stinking want one. And friends, here's the best part. Can y'all read that? That's right, everybody. It says made in America by a real combat soldier, friends. I'm a real combat soldier. So friends, I'm putting together the final touches on the Grizzly. The nice wall clocks, friends. These are 11.5, friends. If you want one of these, you just send me an email. Maybe I'll charge you like 25 bucks or something, just to keep the ministry rolling. Friends, again, I'm sorry, I know it's loud, but it's just what we got to deal with. The laser engraver has to have the air, or it won't work. So look, friends, it's all about the networking. Hold on. If you go in there and make these people feel like $1 million and you make them feel like, wow, they're a part of it, well, friends, they're going to want to be a part of it. So I got some signs. I got to make 5 of them. And friends, last year, friends, I don't care about the Trumpster any longer. I bought those a long time ago, and I just don't have the heart to take them down, not yet. Friends, I used to own a sign shop many years ago, and last year, when I bought the laser engraver, I was trying to make a sign shop again. I made a whole bunch of signs. Let me see what I got over here. Oh, yeah. Friends, I told you I was a forward observer for almost 18 of my 20 years in the Guard, so I was making these for all my fisters last year. And friends, if you're a forward observer and you want one of my plaques, friends, look how cool it is. And again, friends, it's made in America by a real combat soldier. I think I need to get a little glue over here. But friends, that's what I was doing with my laser engraver last year. Whoa, whoa. And look, friends, I was writing a nice little message in there. 99 to 2019, Florida Army National Guard. Friends, I was your PGK instructor in Afghanistan. How cool, huh? How cool. But I never sold them, everybody. I'd go to these pop-up tents and nobody ever wanted them. Friends, you gotta be a forward observer because I know it's loud, I know it. Just bear with me. What else do we got? What else do we got? I need to get a sticker on that. How lovely. I'm missing an L. Oh, very nice. Hey, I found the missing L. What else are doing in there? Good one here. Oh, Friends, that's the 53rd Infantry Brigade. Infantry Brigade, Florida Army National Guard, everybody. She goes on your shoulder. Goes on your shoulder. GRIZZLEGRITS Center of Excellence Clock. Need to change the battery out. Very nice, very nice. That's the crest, friends. The unit crest goes on your beret or your. It takes the unit crest. Alright, this is a cool one here. Oh. Friends, it's the Golden Fist. This would be like an award for the Fister of the Year. I got 4 wall clocks done. Whoa. All right, friends, that's just a little bit of what I was up to. All right, friends, I just got to show you. Hold on, we got to check on the friends. You don't ever leave. We're almost done right here. Oh, hey. It was my pleasure serving, you know. This is the unit crest. I made a big one. Ain't that cool? Friends, I was just trying to get creative with the laser engraver last year. And I made a bunch of other stuff over here. If I can get to it. Oh my gosh. Oh, friends, y'all don't look at that stuff there. That's not for y'all to look at. I'm on the live. I got all sorts of goodies in here. I made tanks. It's a cool one. Bunch of different colors. Bombers. You gotta love your bombers. That's a B. I don't know, friends. That's one of the bombers that we had. But this is what I was up to last year. Now we're doing the cemeteries. So hold on now. We're gonna get to work over here. maybe later I'll take you inside. Friends, I was making electrical signs too. They're really cool. All right, let's get y'all positioned here. So what I'm doing, friends, I know it's noisy, but we gotta put the stain on here. Oh, I think I already messed it up. Shucks. I didn't want it to be on that long. Let's see if I can see. So you put the stain on and then you wipe it off. And it makes a nice kind of rustic. Of course, I know y'all can't hear me. Take this. Then you get a nice finish there. You want to do the back. Then you let it dry. Friends, I'm so sorry. I know it's noisy. Oh, we can turn it off now. Hold on. All right, friends, I'm so sorry about that. So we have to use the air compressor. You got to use air when you're doing the laser engraver because it blows all the smoke out of the way. If not, you'll get a bunch of soot. But when you're doing the stain, you want to go very generously because you want to get the stain in all the little holes and crevices. And the wood will actually absorb it in. It'll absorb it, and then you wipe it off, and it's going to protect the wood. And it has a really cool finish to it. So friends, if you're in the area, we're doing a community work party on Saturday. It's over in Dover, Florida. Dover's near Plant City, which is near Brandon, which is a suburb of the Tampa Bay area. It's real easy to find. It's a tiny little cemetery, 2.6 acres of just forgotten pain and sorrow and honor. There's like 130 veterans buried out there. Probably 1,000 other people. And it's just been forgotten about, you know, and it just breaks my heart. And that's kind of what we're doing now, you know. We're not making the signs. Friends, I was trying to get a legit sign shop. I had a sign business. But I would go to all these pop-up display tents, and I had a website for a while, but nobody bought nothing. That's all right, friends. You know, timing's everything. But look, friends, it almost looks like a nickel or something, like a penny. It has like a metallic, dirty metallic look to it, which is perfect for the Grizzly Army. Friends, I designed this. I designed this logo like a year and a half ago. And friends, if you look carefully, I looked up the Civil War and I found a sergeant major rank that I liked. And little did I know it was a Confederate sergeant major rank, the Confederate States Army. That's just how mysterious the Lord is. Because I wouldn't have met Mr. H.K. Edgerton and gotten reunited with my Southern heritage for, you know, like another, I don't know, a year later. But we were trying to start a legit company. So you just kind of rub it on, and this is just a little, I don't know, a little paint stick thing. Nothing fancy. I can't run a business with this. It's an EOTech. It's a 60 watt, but it's not reliable. I've had to change out the optical lens like 2 times just making these awards for my old biker buddies. My old brothers. So imagine if I got a big order and then the machine went down and then I'm like not able to fulfill it. You know, I can't risk that. That's why I just do it occasionally for friends. You know. All right, so you want to wipe it down real good. You don't want to leave any fingerprints. Look how nice that looks. I don't know. Can y'all see that on the camera? See how the light kind of shimmers? To me, it looks like a dirty metal or something. It just has just the way the light hits it. So we're gonna put it over here to dry. And we're gonna take I hate this crap. It gets everywhere. So look, everybody, we're gonna come over here. I appreciate y'all joining on the live. I know there's probably not a lot of folks watching. That's okay. So now we got another one that just came off. And this was a nice clean cut too. Sometimes, oh, there it is. It broke. Take a little sandpaper. Friends, I'm going to be giving these out to my volunteers when they show up to the events, you know. That's kind of what the whole sign shop is, I guess, you know. We didn't really make signs. Right about here is where the hole is for the clock. Whoa. I found all this stuff on Amazon. You know, you can really buy almost anything. So I got a real special treat that's about to go on the bed of the laser engraver. Kind of want to keep it a surprise, but let me just get this situated and we'll get it on. Wouldn't these be cool to give out to our sponsors? You know, I get Ace Hardware, I get some other folks, and then they get a clock to hang in their store. A very original, unique. See, that's what it looks like when it comes off the, that's been laser engraved. This is the raw. All right. So y'all come over here. Friends, I told you, I'm not sophisticated. This is kind of what we got. I got my wife's old workout chair, but it works perfectly. Got my wood down here. And this is all wood I bought like a year ago. I just had a bunch left over. I was literally trying to run a sign shop. Look at everybody. Who wants an original Sergeant GRIZZLEGRITS business card? Friends, this is like the last box of the original ones. When I was protesting the Department of Veteran Affairs, these are the cards I was handing out. And then when I was trying to make my business, my sign company legit, look everybody, it was called the Grizzly made signs. Grizzly made. Y'all probably can't see it. I was gonna do tumblers and everything, but look, so you take a piece of wood, put it on the bed. You gotta make sure that it's gonna fit. So we're doing the frame. Nope. Oh yeah. You got to make sure the laser's in the right depth. You want the laser to be about that far away from the wood that you're doing for this application. One more. Alright, keys on, put it down. Now I gotta turn the air back on, everybody. So I'm sorry, I gotta hit the air. It's gonna get noisy again. I'm trying something out for my Brandon Roots fellas tonight. My brothers over there. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. My Grizzly tractor. All right, friends, let's get back over here. We got to get this little sign painted here. Friends, I got the air compressor going. That's why it's noisy. I used the thinner wood. I was just trying it out because I ran out of the thicker stuff. But it'll still work. I mean, it's a clock. It's going to be on the wall. They're not going to be able to know. But if I start mass producing these and selling them, I'll order the thicker wood because it just looks cooler. I might have to charge y'all $35 for this. Collector's items, friends. Collector's items. Alright. So you want to get a good generous coat, kind of work it in, because the stain, the wood is going to absorb it. You want to get it in all the little engravings. And it's going to seal it too, to help protect it. Get all the edges. Now we're going to wipe it off. It's a stain. It's not paint. The circles, like we're cleaning the headstones. Try to darken it up down here a little more. Maybe I wipe too much off. Alright. I think I should have set the laser depth a little deeper. I don't know, that one's kind of hard to see. We'll have to see how it looks when it dries. Last year, for like 4 months, I was out in this garage like all day, all night, just knocking out signs. And I don't think I sold one. But I learned the machine, and I actually blew the laser up. I pushed it too hard. That's really why I quit. I blew the laser. I got discouraged. Now I do it for awards, for my sponsors, and supporters. All right. Always clean up your work area when you're done. That way you don't have paint splash all over a sign that you spend literally all week. And I close this up over here. I don't think it ain't picking it up. So look, friends, I just wanted to bounce on here for a minute. Tomorrow we're gonna, here, let's go out here. It's just too damn noisy. Friends, tomorrow we're gonna be picking up all the banners, not the banners, the flags. We gotta pick up all the flags from the Lowe's. That's gonna be pretty cool. Drop off their nice new clocks that we made for them. And then get ready for Saturday, everybody. Again, if you're in the area, I need you out there. You know, it's a community effort. It's a community work party. Because these little projects aren't going to get done by themselves. We got to go out there. We have to take the initiative. And then if we can do that and keep it going for a couple years, keep it going for like a year, 6 months, a year, well, then maybe we can hand it off to somebody else, Maybe one of these AMVETs, maybe they'll step up and say, our name's on the plaque. Well, we'll start going out there and some of the younger folks will start getting the job done. Friends, there has to be more people like us out there. We can't be the only type of folks that like to do this type of stuff. I mean, what else do we got to do, Friends, I was reading, hold on, that thing's still going down. Let's go for a little walk. Friends, little Lukey's been getting on to me about reading the Bible. So I read the Bible today. Oh my gosh, I have a hard time pronouncing this chapter. It's an Old Testament chapter. Ecclesians. I think it was Ecclesians. Friends, I'm going to finish it tomorrow, but I started Ecclesians. And if I'm saying it wrong, please, somebody help me out. Friends, it was one of the kings in Israel in the Old Testament, and he basically wrote, it was right after, it's the one right after Proverbs, everybody. Ecclesians. I told you, I'm not a smart guy. I'm an art guy. I'm not a smart guy. But I read it today. It was very profound because it was kind of doomy and gloomy, kind of like how things are now. It was kind of like, what's the point, What's the point in busting your butt and working hard? You're just going to die. What's the point in doing this type of stuff? The weeds are just going to grow back. What's the point, And I haven't finished it yet, but I will tomorrow. Hold on, who the hell's in my garage? I'm hearing things, everybody. But again, I was reading it, and I'm like, my goodness, I've never read this part of the Bible before, and it's profound because it's kind of like, why? Why do we go to work? I mean, I know we got to eat, but the king was basically saying that he's built all these riches and busted his butt and worked hard and built mansions and built vineyards and then built reservoirs. Hold on, friends, I'm hearing stuff now. Oh my Lord Jesus. But friends, it was basically talking about how, what's the point? And I got to finish it tomorrow. I know there's going to be a lesson. There has to be. What I'm learning is it's about pleasing God. God knows everything. God knew that Lowe's were going to donate the 500 flags. He put the right people there that would want to do that type of stuff. This type of stuff hasn't been done in a while. I know it wasn't done last year because there's not a lot of flags in these cemeteries. And the ones that are there, the family put them there, It's been a long time since they've put flags on all. I mean, and I'm sorry, friends. I think the federal government still does it. When I worked at the Bay Pines VA, I know that they put the flags out because Miss Beverly Young, the congressman's widow, the lady that the place is named after her husband, she was out there helping us when they got wet. She came out there and helped us put them all out. So Miss Beverly Young, if you ever get this, I know you're not a bad lady. I just don't know about your son. He got caught trying to do naughty with a child, and that's pretty bad. But friends, we're gonna put the flags out, and I gotta finish reading that Bible. Friends, I'm looking at the words ECC Ecclesians. It's right after the Proverbs. So I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. That way I can get little Lukey off my back. And friends, you gotta read the Bible. You can't just go through life thinking you know it all, because there's just so much more to learn. But the king was talking about, what's the point? You're just gonna bust your butt. You're going to get all these earthly treasures, and then you're going to die just like the homeless man, and you're both going to wind up wherever you wind up, and somebody else is going to get all your stuff. So I don't know, friends. I'm a spiritual guy, so we're going to finish it tomorrow at some point. But I would imagine somewhere in there the wisdom is, oh yeah, and he also talked about, what's the point in having wisdom if you're just going to wind up like the fool? But I guess it goes back to pleasing God, what our purpose is on this earth, to spread the joy, to do these type of work parties, these things that, yeah, they cost me a lot of money to do. Not a lot of money, but, friends, I could go get a job somewhere, but I can't, friends. I told you, I was harmed tremendously, not by a sex pervert, but mentally harmed in the workplace at the Department of Veteran Affairs. And God's got me right where he wants me, doing this stuff and trying to spread some joy. So look, everybody, I'm gonna get back in here. I'll just give you one more gander around. I told you, got the Grizzly Army Ministries. We got the shop here. About halfway done. Friends, you don't ever turn that thing on and walk away. I did it once and almost burned the house down. Yeah, it's all true. But it's an Omnitech. And we got the chiller right next to it. And if you just join, we're making some clocks tonight. We painted them up real nice. We're gonna put them together tomorrow when they dry. And I got the awards for the Desert Nights. They're just about done. My old motorcycle club. Pretty cool, huh? Friends, it's the desert air. I know that stinking. I got the air compressor. So look, friends, I'm gonna go. I gotta go, friends. I mean, I got the bubble because I told you I was in Afghanistan many times. So check us out tomorrow, everybody, and we'll keep you updated. But Saturday, we'll be at the Bethlehem Cemetery, Dover, Florida. Friends, depending on how many of y'all show up, I'll buy you lunch. If it's just like one or two, I'll still buy you lunch because I told my wife she's got to come out at some point. And the Gold Star mother-in-law is going to be at Mission Barbecue getting her briefing because we're doing a Memorial Day event at the Mission Barbecue in Brandon. So look, friends, y'all stay groovy. And don't let me catch you doing nothing perverted, friends. When y'all do the perverted stuff, it really, really gets me down, you know. I get doom gloomy when y'all do that stinking perverted stuff, so y'all better stop doing that damn perverted stuff. All right, friends, I gotta scram. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you on the trail. Grizzle 6 out.